welcome back. Alexander the Curious George. What your achievements say about you. Now, touching on this part about achievements, it's usually for the self-esteem part of this journey to self-actualization and Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So, obviously, in a way, wins and losses is a part of the same coin. In reality, it's a part of the same coin. It's actually what happens after that really matters. Because you can look at your life of all the achievements that you've had, like such and such, awards, bang, bang, bang. But then you end up being some kind of junkie. Like, fuck. What, like, you know? Like all those achievements now show no valor. Or they did. I mean, they do. Okay, they do for that time, right? But now let's say they have this person achieved all these things, and then now they're like some kind of junkie. That's the case scenario that I'm talking about right now. Like, what a waste. Right? That's why we have to be really careful with how much esteem we have just by what we've achieved. Because if you look at it in a healthy sense, here's how I look at it. What served me is that, like, the things that I've achieved helped me shape who I am, and I try to uphold those values that made me achieve those things in the first place, right? It's like when I was a freshman and I got the most improved freshman award for in wrestling. They get this plaque, and I didn't actually know that people, like the team and the wrestlers, they vote for who gets which award. They voted for me to get that award out of the whole freshman class that wrestled that year. So and I earned it, right? With the respect and honor and valor that I want to uphold, not to just myself, but to my teammates, because they were there with me, sweating and like just to the brink of exhaustion, just tired, hot, steamy wrestling room. Like, it's literally hot, but it's like a moist, it's not it's not a pleasant space. It stinks, you know. It doesn't smell like sunshines and rainbows. It's a freaking sauna in that wrestling room. But it's work. It's a smell of championships. Smell of champions. So your achievements say a lot about you. They can if you let them. Right? attach meaning to things that we choose, you know. And it doesn't have to mean anything if I didn't choose. Like, I could win an award, and I could, just because I won it, it doesn't mean that it means anything to me. I make it mean something to me. And that actually fuels me. That fuels me, at least, you know. Some people aren't, you know, they're not gratified or validated or whatever. Like, they don't really care for awards, right? Even when they're awarded, they don't really care for it. That's valid. That is valid. Because they give to give, and, you know, they don't really expect anything in return. They don't care about rewards. But I think it's nice to get rewards, you know, to see the fruits of your labor, to be reminded of, and to be given credit of the effort, the time, the energy that you put in for something that you're passionate about too, right? Like, it's nice. I do like to be recognized for my efforts. So, especially if it's something that I take a lot of pride in. Yeah. Your achievements show how much you cared, you know, about said so thing or said so effort or whatever task you did. Like, there was a time I accidentally stumbled into a pageant for PJs contest, and they brought this whole Mr. Meridian thing back my senior year, and they had all these guys lined up who were going to compete for the pageant show, and the winner was going to be crowned Mr. Meridian. Okay. And they needed another contestant, one more, and they decided to have this last contestant be a mystery man. Ooh, who's this mystery man? Who is he? Like, all the guys were tripping. All of them. They're like, who's this mystery guy? They couldn't figure it out. So the girls that were putting this together, they chose me to be the mystery man, the mystery guy, mystery contestant. And all my friends that were in the pageant show, they're like sweating, like, yo, we need to figure out who this mystery guy is. Like, we might need to jump him or something. Like, why is he the mystery guy? Why couldn't I be the mystery guy? You know? This is fun. This is a fun time. And I was very good friends with the girls who were putting this on. So they basically were gonna, like, they loved me. They loved me so much and liked me so much that they were gonna do everything in their power to help me win. It was set up for me to succeed. And really, I had to put on a performance. I had to put on a show. I still had to do my part. To win. I still had to be just as like witty, just as charming, you know, socially dominant. Like, you just whatever. Just and man, it was so fun. It was such a fun time. And then I got crowned, you know, Mr. Meridian. Fast forward, yes, I won it. I became Mr. Meridian when they brought back the pageant for PJs for Meridian high schools. So that achievement says a lot about me. That achievement said a lot about me, is that I had such a good social standing at that time when I was in high school that I was cognizant of that whatever I was doing to protect my image and to protect my like social status, whatever, da 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 da, it made these girls come to me in the hallway randomly and like, hey, you should be in the pageant. Like you, like, hey, he would be great in the pageant, don't you think? He'd be great, like, he'd be awesome. And then just win the whole thing, right? But they could have grabbed somebody, him be the Mr. Man, and he could have not have won, right? I still wanted to win. I wanted to win. In my head, I was like, I'm going to win this shit. I'm gonna be Mr. Meridian. I want that title. So I made it happen. Great times, fun times. Man. Wow. I think another big achievement was just recently moving to Los Angeles, because I've never moved across state before, like completely. I may have lived in San Diego for a little bit when I was young, when my parents were working too much and they couldn't take care of me, so they let me go live with my grandpa, grandma, and my aunt and uncle in San Diego. But that doesn't really count. I was very small. I was very young. I was a baby. But this move to Los Angeles was one of the biggest achievements that I've done, because I really went out on a limb and I really put all my eggs in this one basket, put all my faith and hope in me. Because I want to achieve this greater goal that seemed so out of reach for many people. That first month, oh my God, it was so, man, it was a ride. This whole year of 2022 was some of the most stressful parts, past couple of years actually, but I felt a lot of anxiety happening a lot this year because I was going through so many changes. And I knew this was going to be a big year where something big was going to happen. And it did. I did my auditions in January. My final audition in March. I got accepted and basically been paying tuition this whole year of 2022 up until, I had to attend class in September. And boy, oh boy. Now we're in the new year. It's actually January 1st, 2023 now. And I just finished my first semester at Stella Adler Art of Acting Conservatory. Very grateful. Yes, that's an achievement. Went out on a limb. I seriously, when I talk about every corner was like a new edge, it was, oh my goodness. I got lost in one of the biggest malls in Los Angeles. at the Westfield Mall. It's an outside mall. This is where I work at, right? I work at the mall at a hot pot restaurant. But this garage is so big that it took me forever to get familiar with this place. I was late to class one day because I could not find my car. I really was sweating bullets. And it was a hot day too. It was still September or whatever. And I spent over an hour and a half just trying to find my car. There's good that actually comes from this. Is that I knew too, I knew while I was anxious, I kind of went at ease at some point when I was wandering around looking for my car. I was like, there's gonna be some kind of blessing in this. There's gonna be some kind of goodness that comes out of this. And it did. There was. I finally found the office, and I asked somebody to come help me out and find my car. I finally gave up trying to find it myself, right? I was like, okay, there's always people on those little carts driving around anyway. So I'm gonna go ask one of them. So I went to the office, and they got somebody to come help me. And that somebody ended up being this freaking hilarious Filipino man that I talk to this day. He's we're friends on Facebook. But he's like, hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? Where's your car? I was like, bro, I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Can you help me find it? Let's go, hop in. Let's go find your car. And he's rolling. I'm rolling with him, and he's like, "Where are you from?" Are you Filipino? You look Filipino. I'm like, "No, man, I'm not Filipino. I'm Laos." He's like, "Oh, Laos. Oh, neighbors. We're neighbors." This dude's cracking me up. He's hilarious. He's cracking me up, and he's talking to me about how he works there part-time. He tells me about his family, his life story with his kids. And the funny part is that there's this running joke with me that I always say that I'm gonna have 5 wives, because I just say I'm gonna have 5 wives. Monday through Friday. I need Saturday, Sunday off. It's one of those. I just bring it up. I like the number 5. Also got the whole basketball team. Anyway, this dude has 5 baby mamas. Dead ass. 5 baby mamas. And he has all these kids with them, and he loves them all the same. He loves his kids. He's a family man. Dude's a charming guy. And I was so relieved, and I was so happy to find just a fellow Asian, just to welcome me and embrace me and just be a homie and help me out, right? We found my car. He gave me his number. We still shop it to this day. We're probably I saw him a week ago while I was chilling in the market, having some drinks and having a burger and tapas. He bought me a beer. He was being he does part-time bagging groceries and stuff, and he told me he gets really good reviews, and he deserves these really good reviews. So we're probably gonna get a drink, this coming week when the holidays are done. But I just see this. The thing is that this happened because Um, like I I I knew something was gonna come out of this. Like I knew something was gonna come out of this negative situation. So in that achievement, like I talking about achievement, I might have veered off a little bit, but oh man. Achievements say a lot about you. It was an achievement to find my car that day and to make another connection. So shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy Q. This is the letter of his name. I'll shout out his name. His name's Kiel. Shout out to my guy Kiel. The dude's he's a I would say, I mean, to me he's iconic over there. So like he's that's my guy over there. So but I think, yeah, achievements can say a lot. What do your achievements say about you? You know, look into those a little bit when you're trying to find yourself. You've had to achieve something, you know, something. Even just recently, small achievements, you know, small achievements, big achievements, medium big, medium small achievements. They all mean something if you make it mean something, but they do mean something. There's a reason you achieved it. So don't forget that. Don't forget that you are an achievement yourself. So with that being said, about to dip out of here. And as always, stay blessed, stay curious. Alex be out.